I'm Mark Beyers, and today we're creating a custom wine room using reclaimed, recycled wine barrels. So let's go take a look at the materials we'll be using on this project. Over here we got our wine barrel. It's cut in thirds. We took one of these barrels from Barrel Broker out in California. So these are actual wine barrels that come from Napa Valley, California. And what I've done today, in the past, was taking the barrels. I've cut various holes in them to fit our wine bottles in. And we could fit about 15 bottles in each barrel. I've taken some teak oil after I sanded this down, bring out the color, the beauty of the barrel itself, and just rubbed it in, sanded it. As you can see, it's got all the stress marks on it, and so that gives it the character of the old wine cellar feel that we're looking for. Okay, and over here we've got our half barrel. They put a middle shelf in here, so we can take our wine bottles or glasses, and if you want, we can stack them in this way. So this customer is probably going to have mostly wine glasses in here, and probably a couple wine bottles down here. We're going to accent this with some lighting from across the room on the other side. It's going to shine in here to give us our lighting inside our wine barrel. And here, this is our faux beam. It's basically a 6x4 made out of styrofoam, antique, to give it that real old rustic look that you would find in a barn. And we're going to use these next to each barrel. And then when we get to the ceiling part, we're going to use a planking system. Same aspect as this, but it's just a thinner grade and wider, and they'll be going on the ceiling itself. Okay, we're going to go inside and get these installed. Okay, so we're going to lay out our barrels now. I got a couple in place here. We're going to start with our wine racks. I'm going to stack these probably 4 high, going all the way up. These are going to hold about 15 bottles each, and we're going to place these here. I got 2 in place already. In between each rack, we've got our beam. Gives it that old, authentic, rustic look, which is what our customer is looking for. And we're going to separate each barrel with one, so we have some separation. Next to our beam here, we've got our half barrels here. They're going to have the glass display, the wine display on either one. And above these tables, we call them tables because they're going to use as a slight table here. We've got our quarter barrels here with our little spigots on it to give it a little touch with like it's real wine going to be coming out of those barrels. And we're probably going to stack one here and probably get another rack with the holders up top. Same thing here, quarter barrel. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get one more rack up here, but we'll see what we could do. And then whatever we don't fit here, we're just going to continue all the way down to the back of the room here to where our wine chillers are. This side of the wall, we're going to have accent lighting. It's going to shine on our barrels, show our displays and all the wine bottles in here. So we'll have a row down here and a row above, showing and displaying our room from the outside. Okay, this is our blocking piece, which our barrel is going to hang on. I'm going to find the studs in the wall here, put a couple screws in here, mount it, and then our barrel is going to sit on top. Then we're going to throw a couple screws, like we've done down here, right to the top of the barrel, and that's just going to hold our barrel in place.
Alright, put our barrel number 4 up top here.
This hole here, we're going to mark it so we get our block in there. going to start with our faux beams. We've got the one that's going to go up on the wall like so. This one's going to go on the ceiling, right above where that other beam is going to be coming down. So it's going to look like this beam is holding up this one on the ceiling. So I've measured it. We've got 41.5. We're going to cut it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put blocking in here. We've got our 2x4 blocking here. We'll attach that to the ceiling, and then that'll fit right in here for our beam. And that's what's going to hold it up in place. Okay, we got our beam, it's all cut. We got our blocking in place up here. We're just going to fit it in place here. Just like so. And that's how our beam's going to sit. A couple screws on each side and we're done for this. In here next to the barrel. A little tight, but get in there. Come on in. Okay, what we're going to do right now is we're going to set our half barrel, our table we call it, because it's going to have a little edge here for a table. And we're going to set that up against our beam here, and it's going to end somewhere right about in here. And then after we get this one in place, we're going to throw another beam in here. And then we'll set our second half barrel, which is right over here. So let's do that right now. Slide this in. We've got our studs marked already. Alright, so as we get these in place here, screw them to the wall. We found our studs. Alright, so what we're going to do is measure for our next beam and get an approximation. And we're looking at about 93 inches. So we'll cut that one. Once we get this one set, we know where it's going to go. We'll cut this down like we did this beam, and we'll set this cross beam across the top. Being that our walls are starting to curve a little bit more on either side, we're going to have to scribe each side, take an angle off so this beam can fit in there nice and snugly. Otherwise we'll have big gaps. So we'll go out and chop this down a little bit. Now we're going to put our other beam in here, support this top beam, slide in place, just like so. Alright, just like we mounted these guys here, we're going to do the same system. Put our barrel up on the wall here, get it to where we want. Okay, we got our board in place here, set our screws. Lift our barrel up, place it over our board, get it lined up to where we want it, and we
just gonna
put our screw in. Just like so. And we'll put 2 other screws in here to hold this in place. And then what we got here is this, make it look authentic because we got a little spigot. We're going to glue that in place later. And boom, there you go. The little things. Alright, so you can see our wine room's taking shape here now. We got our barrels lined up. We got the half barrel, quarter keg. So what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this process down as we keep going, and put one more barrel up top here, and we'll just keep on going until we can't fit any more barrels in here. All the hammering and nailing is done. It's been a great project. Let's take a look and see what we got.